It actually, this whole thing reminds me of a story one time. I was pastoring in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And this is, the UP it's a large area, but the population is very small. And so we went to the UP, and I got a phone call one time from one of our church members' parents. And she called me up, and she's like, "Hi, are you the pastor of the church in this city?" And I said, "Yeah, that's me." And she's like, "Well, is there another church nearby that is near you? Where's the nearest church?" And so I told her, "Well, the nearest church is about 25 miles away, and it's in this city." And she said, "Good." And I asked her why, and she said, "Well," she's like, "my daughter is going to a university up there, and she doesn't like you. She doesn't like your sermons. She doesn't like your church." Oh. And so I said, "Oh man, you got a problem." And she was like, "What's that?" I was like, "Well, I'm the pastor of that church too." and then she said, "Okay, what's the next church?" And I said, "Well, the next church is 45 miles away." And I was like, "But the problem is that I'm the pastor of that church too." And finally I had to say, "Look, if your daughter wants to get away from me, it's a 2-hour drive." And so she, we compromised on, "Why don't you go visit my daughter and try to be, maybe she'll like your personality," right? And so in Scripture, you can't get away of the centrality of Jesus. All of the Bible is pointing to this one figure. It's Jesus Christ. And in getting to know Jesus, there are so many different components to him, and he's going to lead you to all these different, this web of truth, this system of truth. And so when people have a problem, which it's natural for us to have with organized religion because of everything that it's done negatively, we have to realize that the purpose of doctrine, the purpose of Scripture, the purpose of the organization of a systematic theology is to point to the centrality of Jesus Christ.